Good evening. I call to order today's Planned Commission meeting on July 17th, 2024. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker?
Here.
Commissioner Schenk?
Yes.
Commissioner Shea?
Here.
Commissioner Flores? Here. Commissioner Wright?
Here.
Commissioner Patel?
Here.
Commissioner Palmer?
Here.
Chair Ali?
Here. Thank you. Do I have is there a motion to approve the minutes from May 15th, 2024 and June 19th, 2024 meeting?
So moved.
Commissioner Wright, second Commissioner Shank. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. It's time, may I have a motion to open the public hearing for a special use permit for a planned development, Pet Paradise at 338 Manor Court. Applicant is Brooke Franco, project number 402.24. Motion.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Shank, second Commissioner Shea. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schenk?
Yes.
Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
Commissioner Flores? Yes. Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Commissioner Patel?
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer?
Yes.
Chair Ali?
Yes. Commissioner Schmidt, you have the floor.
Thank you. The petitioner is before you tonight to request approval of a special use permit for a planned development to allow a commercial kennel boarding facility at 338 Manor Court. The subject site comprises approximately 0.31 acres, is currently zoned B2 community retail, and is currently developed with a single-family home used for residential purposes. Manor Court is a unique area, zoned B2 community retail, and developed with single-family homes which were formerly used as models for a nearby subdivision. Over time, the use of properties on Manor Court have been shifting to commercial uses to conform to the underlying zoning designation. If approved, the proposed business would convert the existing home to a commercial dog kennel / boarding business, and residential use of the property would cease. The site would feature a 1,500 square foot indoor kennel and play area with a fenced rear yard for outdoor play. Per the zoning ordinance, a commercial kennel is not permitted use within the B2 zoning district, and as such, the applicant is requesting a special use permit to allow Pet Paradise to occupy the structure at 338 Manor Court. Per the applicant, the proposal, Pet Paradise, would only accept dogs of good temperament, with a screening process required prior to acceptance of animals. Up to 20 animals would be on site at any time, with a maximum of 3 dogs outdoors during operating hours, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Overnight boarding would also be offered with an on-site supervisor. No outdoor play will take place at night, with dogs only let out individually if the need arises. The petitioner would install a 6-foot-tall solid fence around the rear yard with a 10-foot landscape buffer along the north property line adjacent to Beacon Ridge. Pet Paradise would use a dedicated sanitation company to dispose of animal waste and follow standard protocols for health and sanitation, including immediately removing any animal waste from the outdoor play area and sanitation of indoor surfaces. Per the operational details provided by the petitioner related to the acceptable animals and outdoor use, in addition to the proposed fencing and landscape buffer, staff does not anticipate noise will be significant. The petitioner shall adhere to any noise and odor performance standards within Village Code and shall adhere to the operational plan they presented. Staff recommends approval of a special use permit for a planned development, commonly known as Pet Paradise, at 338 Manor Court. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Real quick,
The adjacent properties occupied?
Most are occupied by businesses. There's maybe 1 or 2 occupied homes still remaining on the street.
What kind of businesses?
There is a
U-Haul dealer,
U-Haul-
School
yep,
of Metaphysics?
Yep, there's a U-Haul dealer. I don't know if the school is still there. One, I believe, is vacant. I think it used to be a siding company.
Thank you.
So whenever any of these homes go up for sale, it can be converted into some sort of business.
That's correct. If it's,
This subdivision has been around a while.
yes, it
Is there
has.
a reason it was not rezoned to residential?
If there was, I wasn't around to see what the reasoning was for it.
See,
Might have just been a hangover from when it was still actual business that was providing just example homes.
They were the model homes, weren't they?
Correct.
They were the model homes, yeah. Well, there's a hair studio there, there's a couple other spots that are there besides residential. Any questions from the commission?
So one of the things that concerns me about this use is there are a row of townhomes or apartments there behind, and outdoor kennels are allowed. So there won't be any outdoor housing, and do we need to cite that as a particular requirement of this approval, or is that enforceable by other means?
It's enforceable because they didn't provide us with details on any outdoor kennels. It would just be used for play only with 3 animals at a time. All the animals would be housed indoors in kennels, and there's nothing that would take place overnight outdoors aside from if a dog needs to use the bathroom. The petitioner is also proposing a 10-foot landscape buffer along the north property line, so trees, shrubs, which will help with sound attenuation in addition to a 6-foot-tall solid fence.
Will the fence keep animals out of that landscape buffer, because they'll earn it to the ground?
Yep, it would be on the inside of the landscape buffer, so the landscaping would be adjacent to Beacon Ridge, and then the fence would follow closer to the home.
It's a regulation 6-foot fence, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Further questions?
Public.
Hearing none from the commission. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Yes, we do.
Please come on up, sign in.
Where do I sign?
There's a sheet right on the podium.
Okay. Hello, my name is Marilyn Little.
Just raise your right hand first.
Yes,
You swear to tell the truth at this public hearing?
yes, I do.
Your name,
So
ma'am?
help me God. My name is Marilyn Little. We're residents at Beacon Ridge. This facility is directly across from homes. It is less than 6 feet. It is less than 3 yards from where people are parked, their parking lots. I have heard nothing about the insurance that this person has for any type of harm that will occur to the property owners here. We're talking about noise pollution because dogs bark. We're talking about the drain on our community from the capacity of 20 dogs barking all day. I don't know if there's 20 dogs without larynxes that she's going to be able to find to occupy that place, but we know that she will be using dogs that make noise. There are people there who work. They work at nights, they work at day. They will be disturbed. We also have the whole problem with the disposal of the dog feces. I heard two different stories. First, I was told it would be composted. Then I was told that if she would have some sort of facility or waste management that would pick it up. In the meantime, does that attract vermin? Does it attract any type of insect pests? This is our home. We have lived there for a long time. Our community is one of the oldest subdivisions in Bolingbrook. Why are we constantly being surrounded, instead of trying to beautify that area? There used to be parkland, then they made it rolling machineries. None of these businesses have ever tried to be good neighbors to us. I understand that this person wants to start a business, and I have deep sympathy. All of us want to succeed in life. But this is our home. We were here. Why do we have to lose our quality of life for someone else to advance?
Brooke, would you maybe like to come up and explain? Yeah, any insurance that you're going to be holding, touch on the, if you'd like to come up.
Hey Jake, is that microphone that they're on?
Is it on?
Y'all hardly hear.
Should be. Turn the other one on. See if it's working,
I
because
thought you were asking me. I was gonna say, I have no clue how. Hi. Hello? Is it on?
not working.
Is this one on? Or I can just speak loud if that works. Hi, I'm Brooke Franco. I'm the one who is pulling
Right
the.
here, Brooke.
Oh, sorry. I don't.
Do you swear to tell the truth at this public hearing?
Yes, sir, I do. I'm Brooke Franco. I'm the one pulling the petition for the dog boarding facility, and I would just like to start it out to answer your guys' questions first. To begin, sorry, I'm really nervous. This is very nervous
Take your
time. I just want to start out. I've been fostering and watching dogs for over 15 years. I came from Kansas, and I've been here for about 8 years. And in Kansas, I did own a dog boarding facility there where I had over 50 dogs. I do have videos and things that I could show, but it's not that it would matter. I've had over 30 dogs together at one time, and they don't bark. What sets me apart from doggy days and the big boarding commercial corporate places is they take pretty much any and all dogs. Aggressive dogs, anxiety dogs, dogs that bark, and if you go to any facility, especially doggy days, or if you go to Boughton Square Animal Clinic, they also have a doggy daycare. On their wall, it states that they're let out 2 to 3 times a day. So of course, when you have dogs kenneled, over 12 hours a day and they're only let out for 30 minutes every 5 hours, there's gonna be a lot of excessive barking. The difference between us is we have a 1,500 square foot home with over 6 different play areas inside, where I can have at least 2 to 3 dogs in each play area playing, depending on their temperament. If it's 3 little Shih Tzus that have been together over 20 times, and we always have 2 people there at all times. There will always be somebody there at all times at night. And I just want to address the compost thing. In the plan, so the yard, we do not have turf and we do not have grass. The turf is where dogs poop and they pee, and you basically have to hose it. That would be absolutely disgusting, and then it absorbs in the grass and it just smells very terrible. So what we do is every week, or depending on the level of activity outside, we have mulch that is relayed every week to, like I said, the amount of time that dogs are using it. That is then taken and it is composted, not at our facility, but at a compost facility where they use for landscaping and manure. And then we have fresh mulch that is then laid down. We have a landscaping company on the side that my husband's dad has as well, so he helps provide that at a cost that we cover, and we have the machinery to do it. And then, and as far as the setback, you said 3 feet. On our property, we already have a 6-foot fence that is there, and in front of it, there is a 4-foot chain link fence. We are leaving the 4-foot chain link fence, and then we're moving our wooden 6-foot fence 10 feet back onto our property line. Last year, we actually, because you mentioned it in drainage, we regraded our backyard, so there's nothing that flows into your guys' property. If there was, the 10-foot setback would deplete that. And again, proper drainage is set through the house, otherwise it would flood. And there, we already have 14 11-foot trees planted in front of the 6-foot fence. And we also have agreed to do all of proper landscaping, so there will be, I do not have the exact amount of trees, but there is over 10 trees that are over 8 foot tall being planted as well. So that is also a noise barrier. And then I also just wanted to state that there are 9 properties in Manor Court. We own 4 of them. There is also a U-Haul. It is also a heavy machinery equipment repair company. So there is semis in and out of that cul-de-sac on a daily, dropping and delivering heavy equipment, and we have no problem with that. Again, and then there's the metaphysics school. They're there kind of throughout the week when they have meetings and whatever they do. And then next to that is Sal's house, which is a vacant house, but he does have his nephews in there in and out, staying there and stuff. We actually do the landscaping for his property while he is not there. Then to the left of us, it is another couple that's in and out. They have a property in Colorado, so they're back and forth. The Cabinets for You, where Mark and them owned, they've actually been there, I believe, since the very beginning. They actually just moved, but the new owners, they have a semi company. I don't know if they've presented that yet, but we have talked to all of the neighbors, and they were, well, companies, they were willing to show up today, but since they are not residential, I wasn't sure it would even be much of a benefit since residential is the concern here. And then as far as the smell for fecal matter and everything, it is instantly picked up, and it is bagged, and it is put in a hazardous waste, and there is a company that comes weekly and picks it up, but if there is an excessive amount or we need it picked up sooner, then they come and pick it up at their disposal. And then I'm not sure if I missed anyone's questions.
How would you address the noise
Oh, and
level?
insurance, obviously, we are required by the animal welfare and just having a dog boarding business in general, but we have over $1 million policy. Dog attacks, in the worst case, somebody was to get attacked or an animal was attacked. If a dog was to hop a fence, but I've never in my life seen a dog hop a 6-foot fence, not saying that it could not happen, but I have not happened, but obviously insurance is put in place in case anything detrimental or anything was to happen in that case. It is a requirement by animal welfare in that case. And not only does the village, I have to go through the village, I do have to go through animal welfare as well. So they do their own individual inspections and protocols as well.
May I ask, where are your
Oh,
dogs?
man.
You're gonna have to come up and sign in and swear.
And as far as outside kennels, sorry, that was another one. There are no outside kennels at all. There will only be 2 to 3 dogs outside at all times. And at the nighttime, there will be absolutely no dogs out, only in the case if there's a 2-month puppy and I'm not gonna let him pee inside of a kennel. So in that case, 1 dog would be let out to go to the bathroom at a time, just to prevent accidents and to be sanitary. And there's kennels in the house. Dogs will be kenneled at all times during sleep time, unless there is a medical issue, but at all times there will be an employee, so dogs are never left unattended. And there's 24/7 camera surveillance, and there's cameras in every single kennel. And yes, ma'am.
What about the noise level?
I don't anticipate, yes, dogs could bark, 1 or 2 dogs could bark. I'm not saying that that can't happen because they are dogs, but I've been watching dogs my whole life, and that's why I do 30-minute meet and greets with any dog that I watch, and I have them around 2 to 3 dogs when I do meet and greets. So how meet and greets work is that person and their dog comes and sees me. We're outside in an open area or we are inside. They bring their dog, the dog introduces, I meet the dog and we introduce ourselves. I see how they are, I ask the questions, feeding routine, sleeping routine, have they been around other dogs? Do they have any aggression, food aggression, things like that. I get every answer that I need to know, and then I bring out a dog. The dog that is already there is on a leash. I bring another dog out on a leash. So if anything was to happen, no dogs can come at each other. That's how I've always done it. That's how I was trained to do it. That's what we did in foster care. It's just a safe way so no dogs can lunge, attack each other, and you got people flying on other dogs.
Okay, I have a question. Are you guys gonna be on site at any time when,
We will be the employees during the day, and we will have, we will be the employees during the day, and we will have an employee during the night.
okay,
So there will be always 2 people during the day and 1 person at night.
and how many locations have you guys had, or just the first one?
This will be our second.
Where's the first one at?
It was in Kansas, but when I moved, I don't have it, yes.
Westertown, okay.
Yeah, Wyandotte area. Yes, ma'am.
So do you consider nighttime after 8 p.m. or when do you stop letting the dogs go out?
I was just gonna say that because I know you said 7 to 8. Ours would be 7 to 7:30, and the last time the dogs would be out would be 8 p.m., followed by, like we said, if there was an emergency or like a pup or, you know, they're whining and they really have to go, that would be the only exception, and it would only be 1 dog after 8 p.m. Do I sit down now? Or
Any further questions from the commission? Please come out. Thank you.
Excuse me. I know Ms. Franco just said that she had 4 properties. Do you have another
Get that
property that
microphone
doesn't
turned
face the community so that you could locate your business away from the residential community? I mean, this particular one is our neighbor. They can see from their windows onto your property. It's barely 6 feet away. Is there another of the properties that you own in this area that you could use instead of facing our community, our homes?
do I wait to come back up or do I speak now?
You can stay up here if you like. If you want to answer a question so everybody can hear you.
As I stated, my previous dog boarding business was in Kansas, so no, that is not something that I can do. I understand that that is residential back there, but also if you look at Doggy Days and you look at the other 2 corporate commercial businesses, it is the same zoning, which is R5, I believe, and that is the same zoning as you. It is also the same feet from my house. So Doggy Days, for example, their building to the residential line is the same exact measurements from our line to Beacon Ridge. So I unfortunately, no, we have been trying to do this for 2 years. We finally have gotten all of our ducks in a row to come and do this. I wouldn't do this if I knew 20 dogs were gonna be barking 24/7 and making everyone's lives miserable. I have an album of 60 videos from Beacon Ridge. I'm sure you've heard this dog because this happens 24/7 every day. Oh wait, it's not working.
It's not working.
This dog include millions of dogs. The little chihuahuas that come out with 3 dogs at a time. The multiple dogs. Could I report it? Yes. But I am a dog person and dogs are gonna bark, yes, but I don't have dogs barking like that. And if dogs barking were an issue, I would assume you guys would have called these neighbors in already. I mean,
Sorry, that's not true.
But-
I live there. Our dogs bark when a stranger passes by. They are not barking 24/7. So I'm not sure where you made that tape.
it's directly right behind our
And
property.
we're not going to have a discussion. If you'd like to make a comment, please come on up.
Sorry, yes, I'm not here to argue. I understand dogs can bark, but I'm also sure everyone's aware of the crime rate, the ambulances, the cop activity, and just everything that goes through Beacon Ridge. I mean, and the cul-de-sac is, and in my defense, that cul-de-sac, when we bought it, and our realtor had to come through the village because we wanted to live there residential, and it was dual zoned. It was a commercial house because it was the healing room. It was never a residential house when we bought that house. We bought that house with a logistics company. We have a semi company, and that's when we bought the house. This property, this cul-de-sac is not a residential. If there was 9 residential properties or even 5 residential properties, I definitely want to be up here on the stand today, but there has been businesses in and out of there. There's semis in and out. The I-55 is right there, rolling machinery. They're open at like 5 a.m. going loud noises, I'm sure you hear. I can't help that Beacon Ridge has commercial properties all around it. I have not built Bolingbrook, but Beacon Ridge is in the middle of every commercial property. It's just right in the heart of it, and I can't change that. I'm just here to try and better the village and bring business to the village and do something that I love,
Thank you.
and I'm sorry.
Anything else? Please come on up.
Beacon Ridge was not the middle of a commercial property. There was parkland all around it. Before the wetlands law was passed by Congress during that year of grace, Roland Machineries moved in. Up until then, that was where Canadian geese stopped on their migration pattern. So it is not that this was a commercial center and all of a sudden we were plunked into it. We were plunked into a park district area and commercial businesses came along. Where she is now, that has been residential. And then there was a gentleman who put up that wooden fence so he could have his illegal chicken farm, which I believe code enforcement removed. And that was the resident before you. So your examination, or you're saying that this is a high crime area where there's constant noise. No, the noise is created by the businesses, as you so correctly said. Roland does start at 5 o'clock instead of at 7 when it should. But it was put on us, not that we chose to move into this area. It was put in around us. And maybe it happened bit by bit by decisions such as this. Oh, we'll just add one more little business. No. These are people's homes, and we want to have our homes at peace. I don't know what to say. I see your dream, and I wish you could have it. But I also see the fact that we are there 24/7. Not 7 hours or 8 hours a day. And we want to have a peaceful home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Any other correspondence? At this point, we have a motion to close this public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Shank, second Commissioner Shea. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Here.
Commissioner Shank,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes. Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes. This time, I would like a motion to approve the findings of fact for PC 24.27, approval of a special use permit for a planned development, project number 402.24.
Motion.
Motion, Commissioner Patel.
Shank. Second.
Second, Commissioner Shank. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Shank,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes. Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes. Special use permit for a planned development, Pet Paradise, 338 Manor Court, project number 402.24. May I entertain a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Shank,
Second.
second Commissioner Patel. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
No.
Commissioner Shank,
No.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright,
No.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes. Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes, we stand approved. Next item on the agenda is a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility, Funflatables, located at 639 East Boughton Road, Suite 135, project number 404.24. May I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Shank, second Commissioner Shea. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Shank, Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes. Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes. Mr. Schmidt, you have the floor.
Thank you. The applicant is before you tonight to request approval of a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility to allow an indoor party and play center at 639 East Boughton Road, Suite 135. The subject site comprises approximately 32.6 acres, is currently zoned B2 community retail, and is part of a unified development commonly known as the Promenade. Per the zoning ordinance, a commercial recreation facility is not permitted within the B2 district. As such, the applicant is requesting a special use permit to allow Fun Inflatables to occupy the tenant space at Suite 135. Fun Inflatables has been in operation at the Promenade since 2019, when a special use permit was granted for a different tenant space within the mall. The applicant is proposing to move to a new tenant space within the mall, which necessitates a new special use permit tied to the new suite. Per the applicant, they would offer an indoor, year-round climate-controlled play center where kids of all ages can jump, climb, slide, and bounce on inflatable playgrounds. Per the applicant, the hours of operation would be from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, and 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday. The facility is staffed with 5 employees. Staff recommends approval of a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility, commonly known as Fun Inflatables, at 639 East Boughton Road, Suite 135. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Mr. Schmidt?
Why would they need a new permit if they've been operating in the same sector since 2019?
Ordinances are tied to a specific address, so the previous address was where they were allowed to operate. As they've moved to a new space, a new special use permit tied to that new space is required.
See, thanks.
Well, they've done great work the past 5 years. Mike could certainly have enjoyed it. Any other questions from the commission? Hearing none. Any correspondence from the audience? Hearing none. We have a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Shea, second Commissioner, Commissioner Shank, second Commissioner Shea. I'm confused all the time. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Shank,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes, Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes. This time, PC 24.08, approval of a special use permit for a commercial recreational facility and adoptions of finding of fact. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Tucker, second Commissioner Wright. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Shank,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes, Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes. Special use permit for Funflatable, 639 East Boughton Road, Suite 135, project number 404.24. Can I get a motion to approve?
No motion.
Second.
Flores, second Commissioner Shea. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Shank,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Ali.
Vice Chair Ali?
Vice Chair Ali. Sorry.
You just got to move. You've been, did you
Yes,
see that? She was
yes.
like slid right in there.
Stand approved. Congratulations on your new location, Funflatables. Whew. Wow. Next item on the agenda, a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility, fire and ice sauna at 726 East Boughton Road. Applicant is Asif Hazrat. Project number 405.24. May I have a motion to open this public hearing?
Motion.
Commissioner Flores,
Second.
second Commissioner Patel. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Shank,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Flores, yes, Commissioner Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Patel,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer,
Yes.
Chair Ali.
Yes. Mr. Schmidt, you have the floor.
Thank you. The applicant is requesting approval of a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility to allow a spa at 726 East Boughton Road. The subject site comprises approximately 16.8 acres, is currently zoned I-1 Limited Industrial, and is part of a unified development commonly known as Promenade North Shopping Center. In 2004, Ordinance 04-138 was granted to allow for the construction of a 111,090 square foot mixed-use shopping center on the subject property. Per the zoning ordinance, a commercial recreation facility is not permitted within the I-1 zoning district, but rather is an other related use within the healthcare special use category. As such, the applicant is requesting a special use permit to allow Fire and Ice Sauna to occupy the tenant space located at 726 East Boughton Road. Per the applicant, the proposal, Fire and Ice, would be a spa facility. The facility would be split into 2 dedicated male and female sides, each with a sauna and ice bath connected to a locker room and lounge area. The facility would be open between 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sundays. Per the applicant, the facility would employ a total of 7 individuals. At peak shift, up to 4 employees would be on site. The petitioner estimates that the facility could accommodate up to 96 persons at a time, assuming the lounges, locker rooms, and the sauna, ice baths were at full capacity. However, in practicality, the size of the saunas and ice bath would limit the number of patrons well below that number. The Promenade North development is improved with a total of 524 parking spaces, and staff does not have any concerns related to parking for this use. The petitioner has prepared a thorough safety and security plan, which has been reviewed by the police department. Police had no concerns in regard to the plan or the use. Staff recommends approval of a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility, commonly known as Fire and Ice Sauna, at 726 Eastbound Road. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt. I don't have any questions. Anything from the commission?
Yeah, we're trying to squeeze this into the healthcare special use category. Explain that to me.
Personal wellness is a form of health care. The petitioner could probably explain some more on the benefits of ice baths, but ice baths are typically used in sports medicine for muscle recovery. Saunas have a similar benefit. Staff felt that because of those 2 health benefits and the general wellness category of a spa, that it fit under a healthcare adjacent use.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Hearing none?
Is it, well,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna ask you, is there a membership involved in this, or just open to the general public, or?
I believe a membership is required. The petitioner could provide more details on that.
Please sign in. You sort of tell the truth at this public hearing.
Yes.
Please proceed.
So we do plan to offer memberships that have discounted rates.
Can you get closer to the mic, please?
Sure. We do plan to offer memberships that would have discounted rates for admission. We have done a competitive analysis and find that the average rate for a single pass for a day to this type of sauna is $40, and that is encompassing like the Chicagoland area. But in a package deal, this might be like a 5-pass or a 10-pass. That rate will come down to $35 to $30, and maybe a monthly membership would offer at a lowest $25 per admission.
Do you have any other facilities?
No, this will be the first one.
First one. Now, is this a brand, a franchise brand, or is this?
No, not a franchise.
So I couldn't hear you a little bit. So you said this is open to general public, so you offering walk-ins, or?
Yeah, walk-ins would be permitted. There would be a receptionist at all times to validate ID and then ensure that the male and female sides are respected and they are behind a locked buzzer-enabled door such that the receptionist is controlling the admission.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background in terms of business and education?
Sure. This would be my 3rd business that I'd be attempting to start. The first one was a software development company. The second is commercial residential. The company owns several properties in the Chicagoland area, and we've developed an extensive experience with my wife and partner in the business in providing safe, reliable, positive environments for families to live. And we have come across a wide range of experience in plumbing, electrical, just wellness of the environment. So have developed some background and experience in managing not only the environment, but making sure that We are working well and positively with real people, with real concerns, and we want to make sure that this is a clean and positive environment for people, not to promote the wellness and the heat and the cold, and the relaxation area is really aimed at providing that.
Will you have any medical staff on shift?
No credentialed medical staff on shift. However, the employees are going to be trained according to emergency protocols for situations that might arise if someone is spending too much time in the heat or the cold. There are to be active response procedures to be followed, and we've had a review with the police department, so we aim to have a close collaboration to make sure that all safety and health procedures are followed.
Thank you.
As a follow-up to Commissioner Patel's question, none of your 7 employees are certified physical therapists?
No physical therapist, no. We don't plan to offer massages or any facial spa.
Yeah, but it requires some sort of fire and ice sauna. How does one, what's the first aid, what about the emergency protocols in place?
I understand. Yeah, the training that the employees, male and female employees, to be monitoring both sides of the sauna would prepare them to handle a minimum of situations where there might be, maybe in the worst case scenario, someone passed out. In this case, the employee is meant to just care for the patron until medical professionals arrive. So we are really expecting to have a close partnership with the fire department and the police department.
Okay.
You had mentioned that they're trying in case somebody was in the heat too long or in the cold too long. Do you have time limits on those?
We don't have a specific time limit defined, but typically someone is staying inside of the heat for 10 to 15 minutes. At that point, there are very visible and noticeable signs of somebody having experienced too much heat, and in this case, the staff present would try to help them out of the heat, and then right outside the sauna space, there's a cold area as well as a lounge, which provides relaxation chairs, zero gravity chairs, really allowing for the heart rate to come back down after having experienced kind of a high heat and a low cold environment.
So do you have a system in place where the staff is rotating every so often to check on people, or?
Yeah, the staff is expected to make the rounds, and by making the rounds, they're picking up towels, keeping the space clean, and also checking on patrons. So they are to be titled service associates, not maintenance. They are there to make the environment a positive and safe place for all the patrons.
Forgive me, I've never done one of these sauna things. Are you required to do anything with the Will County Board of Health?
I haven't come across that yet. If that is required, happy to go through that process.
Okay, I don't know if they are or not.
Saunas, I mean, we've seen saunas, hot and cold. Hot sauna, cold bath. Played soccer all my life, went through it many, many times. But, well, here's a soccer guy, like 2 of them on the board. How about AED, defibrillators? Are you equipped for that?
No, we don't have that in the plan yet.
Okay. And Mr. Schmidt, this plan was reviewed by Rompa and his team?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. I have no further questions. Anybody else?
Or you're planning on having an AED, you might also consider having a stop-to-bleed kit, and at least somebody on site that's passed a basic CPR first aid class.
Was my question.
I gotta imagine that in this kind of facility, that trips and falls, injuries are gonna happen.
So everyone should.
Okay. I understand this concern. I'm not at all against it. I think, whatever is recommended and of course required, we do want to support that. This is meant to be a health and wellness environment, so I think these are good ideas, and I think we can definitely bake it into our business operations plan.
And neither are terribly expensive.
Anything else?
I wasn't sure if I heard it correctly or not. So nobody in your staff is CPR trained at all?
Staff has not yet been hired, but I think
Sorry?
staff has not yet been hired, but I think this is going to be a requirement
Okay.
before we begin operations.
All right.
Very good.
Is this in the promenade area, right? Promenade.
Thank you. Any correspondence from the audience? Hearing none, may I have a motion to close this public hearing?
Motion.
Second?
Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Shea. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker?
Yes.
Commissioner Shank?
Yes,
Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Commissioner Flores? Yes. Commissioner Patel?
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer?
Yes.
Chair Ali?
Yes. PC 24.09, approval of a special use permit for a commercial recreation facility. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the adoptions of findings of fact.
so moved.
Commissioner Shank, second Commissioner Shea. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker?
Yes.
Commissioner Shank?
Yes,
Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Commissioner Patel?
Yes.
Commissioner Flores? Yes. Commissioner Palmer?
Yes.
Chair Ali?
Yes. Special use permit for a commercial recreation facility, fire and ice sauna located at 726 East Mountain Road, project number 405.24. May I entertain a motion to approve?
so moved.
Second?
Commissioner
Second.
Shank, second Commissioner Palmer. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Tucker?
Yes.
Commissioner Shank?
Yes,
Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Commissioner Flores? Yes. Commissioner Patel?
Yes.
Commissioner Palmer?
Yes.
Chair Ali?
Yes. Congratulations. Stand approved. Any new business? Any old business? Any citizens to be heard? Seeing none. Chair's report. I don't have much to report, but enjoy the rest of the summer, or whatever remains of it. And see you on August 24th at the one and only Taste of Pakistan. Other than that, from the commission? No? Staff?
No.
Nothing. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Commissioner Patel, second Commissioner Wright. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We stand adjourned. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.